Hello everyone, my name is David Hull and this is my presentation for my Introduction to Sociology class. It is all about Viking legends and how they relate to sociology and society. I hope you all enjoy and I will start now. Vikings were Nordic seafarers, which means they came from mostly all over northern Europe. They primarily fished and farmed for their food, and were also known for raiding and trading across all of their northern homelands. Viking legends and myth were created to tell tales of heroic Vikings and of their religious gods. They recorded these tales on runestones or raised boulders or sheets of bedrock. The legends of their gods, especially Odin and Thor, the gods of war and death, greatly inspired their love of warfare and violent tendencies. Some fought in such a disorderly, crazed, and frantic manner that they became known as berserkers. This caused them to be feared and respected all throughout their homelands. The Vikings also believed that heavenly female beings known as Valkyries would choose who would die in battle and who would live. The legends also state that the Valkyries would then choose from the fallen warriors and lead them to the Vikings' version of heaven, Valhalla. Those taken there were normally chosen because they had killed the most, they had fought well, that sort of stuff. And and the legends and myths led the Vikings to see warfare and death as a glorious part of life. Those who survived many battles and wars became legends themselves and were sung about in songs and told about in stories. The legends also caused the Vikings to take on a belief of survival of the fittest, and they of course saw themselves as the fittest. They constantly raided the same places, such as churches, taking anything and everything they wanted, such as food, livestock, money, and even occasionally women, if they fancied them. Yet they didn't all simply pillage and leave. Some decided to stay at the places they raided and start a new life there, completely forgetting the Viking way. Their legends and myths also started a religion that was practiced and believed widely in the Viking society. They practiced this religion by paying tribute to their gods through objects, food, or even occasionally human sacrifice. But not all worshipped the gods. Some of the smaller Viking villages worshipped their ancestors or legendary warriors of the past, pretty much just reading stories about them, worshipping them. And also, the legends also caused Vikings to toast their favorite heroes and warriors at gatherings and meetings, including fallen warriors and other people like that. The Vikings also created the legends to explain certain events such as storms, lightning strikes, earthquakes, tidal waves, raging seas, you name it. Any kind of natural disaster that they saw, or encountered, they pretty much blamed the gods on it, saying that it was an act of the gods or an act of Thor, stuff like that, that they were punishing the people. This caused the society to fear their created gods that could cause them such grief and strife. The Vikings also believed an event that would cause the literal end of the world, Ragnarok. This event would be caused by the god of mischief and chaos, Loki, and his children, including Fenrir, a giant man-eating wolf who could swallow a god without even in one whole bite, and a massive serpent whose name I can't pronounce. These beings are said to bring about the end of the world, and most of the Norse gods would also be killed by these beings, and they would also die in the process. However, 4 young gods and 2 humans are said to survive and repopulate the earth, bringing about a whole new world. The Vikings believed that the world would. This means that the Vikings believed that the world would eventually end, but it would come to life again. And this gave them the knowledge that life is not everlasting and that they had to live life to the fullest, whether they were on the battlefield or at home or pillaging other villages. They had to live life to the fullest, enjoy it while they still could. And so that caused them to, well, just enjoy life. And that is all for my presentation. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will be logging out now.